Um, so I'm delighted on behalf of the officers and men of the Zamfara State Police Command to welcome you to Zamfara State. As you can see the composition of the people here, this indicates that all the stakeholders in this all-important election are carried along. In fact, they have been waiting here patiently for you, but due to the exigencies of the journey you have had, I have to continue to pacify them so that they will wait and hear from you, from the horse's mouth. And we are happy that the message you brought from the IGP, all of us, especially the policemen, the officers and men, are very much aware of the message in such a way that the conduct of the election has been emphasized. It has been emphasized. Even yesterday I had a lecture with them about the need to do our best to see that this election period is being conducted peacefully without any rancor. And with additional information that you brought on board, sir, all of us will be on the listening here to ensure that the stakeholders understood very well why all of us are here. Myself, you'll be surprised that it's not the CP that you know. I'm for election purpose. He has not said that. I'm Commissioner of Police for the purpose of the election. And as you are aware, we have been shopping. So that is why I'm also here equally. And the AIG is also here to supervise us, supervise our work. While the DIG, like earlier pointed out, is for the whole Northwest. In fact, from here he's coming from Sokoto and is proceeding to Kazuna. But you will hear much from him. I don't want to preempt what the AIG has said. So on behalf of them, sir, I welcome you sincerely, and we are ready with your lecture. Thank you, sir.
The AIG is on 10. We're here for election duties. The Commissioner of Police on election duties to Zamfara Command. Other eminent leaders of respective security organizations, the traditional rulers, political leaders, the CSOs, civil society organizations, and our friends, members of the press. Good evening. Let me start by apologizing for keeping you so long waiting to hear from me. Actually, you know what it means leaving KB this morning to Sokoto. Before we could finish, it took us also a long time before coming to this place. So it wasn't a deliberate effort to keep you here for so long. We're sorry for that. What I can say, I take responsibility, but I'm sorry. And here, let me correct the impression he gave. Actually, my name is Hafiz Mohammed, you know, DIG, MNI. I am the supervising DIG in charge of Northwest Geopolitical Zone. I'm not only here on election duties, I am the one supervising Northwest Geopolitical Zone because I'm part and parcel of the Northwest Zone. I'm here for election duties, and like I earlier said, anything that affects Northwest Geopolitical Zone must directly or indirectly affect me as a person, because I'm also a stakeholder. So in view of this, the Inspector General of Police deemed it that all the DIGs in charge of the geopolitical zones must go around to talk to their men, to sue for peace, and to re-emphasize the President's commitment to the international community that, inshallah, he intends to, or I can say he is committed to handing over to a democratically elected president. The president that the Nigerians elected, not imposed. So it is in the realization of this that the Inspector General of Police feel the police that are the leading internal security agencies must equally go out to re-emphasize this president's commitment and also our resolve that we too were poised to create the enabling environment that the election will take hold in a peaceful and conducive atmosphere by the grace of God. So, in doing so, we are not unmindful of the fact that not only the police and other security agencies that have a stake on the election, all of us here, the politicians, the religious leaders, the political leaders, the civil society organizations, even those that are coming for observing, to observe the conduct of the election, some from outside the country, some from outside Africa too. We are all stakeholders because the main thrust of the matter is to have a free, fair, and peaceful conduct of the election. So in doing so, it is not only the security agencies, ours is to create the enabling environment. But you as political leaders, religious leaders, everybody have a stake on this. You have a role to play. For the religious leaders, we know you always crave for peaceful coexistence within each and every community. We appreciate that, the government appreciate that, and we want you to continue doing so. In realization of this, we thank God that tomorrow is going to be Friday, which is a day to the election. We want the religious leaders and the political leaders to take advantage of the opportunity or the little hours we have to communicate to all the imams and other people of other faiths to ensure that they pray fervently for the peaceful conduct of the election, and that during sermons, both from the churches and mosques, to ensure that they urge and call for peaceful conduct of the election, that everybody must warn his or her words in order to eschew violence. Zamfara State is known for peace and peaceful coexistence. You are all brothers and sisters, and whether you have differences in election or what have you, you will still come back to live together. And in an election, there must be winner and there must be loser. So whoever wins, the other side must take it in good pace and ensure that we move the country forward. How do we move the country forward? Is by making sure that we believe that no peace and development can take place without having a peaceful and conducive atmosphere for the government to operate. So we want Nigeria to progress, we want Nigeria to develop, and in doing so, we must also talk to our words. The politicians, we have to caution your men to toe the path of peace and to toe the line of peaceful coexistence. There must be no violence before, during, and after the election. The security agencies are forced to ensure that they leave no stone unturned to ensure that they deal decisively with any miscreant who tried to foment trouble. The laws of this country are very ambiguous, they are unambiguous, and straight to the point. We, the police and other security officers, we don't belong to any political party, and we will continue to remain apolitical. And that is the reason why we say that apart from established security agencies that you are seeing here, no quasi-security organization will take place or will take part in this election. I repeat, no quasi-security agency or union under whatever guise will take part in this election. They are Nigerians. If they want to go and exercise their franchise of voting the candidate of their choice, they are free. But we don't expect anybody to come out with uniform, whatever type of uniform, apart from people like the police, members of the armed forces, the road safety, immigration, custom. DSS, you don't see them on uniform, unless of course also on operational district. Civil defense and what have you. These are the recognized security agencies that are insulated of any political affiliation. Please talk to your people. We are not unmindful of the fact that other quasi-security agencies used to assist in maintaining law and order. But this time around, we don't want their participation under whatever guise. So with this, politicians avoid rumor mongering. Please, because it is from rumor mongering that you begin to suspect one another. And from there, problems start. You have to also caution your supporters against using social media to cause mischief. The security agencies you are seeing here, both at the headquarters level and their respective state commands, we have trained officers that are highly good and technical. They have the technical know-how of all these IT expertise. We have the capacity to detect the source of anybody who tried to send any fake news with intent to cause mischief. So please warn your supporters. Politicians, you have this responsibility. Talk to your people. There must be peace before, during, and after. When the elections are announced by the relevant agency, which is ANEC, then from there, we give glory to God. Whoever wins, the loser can congratulate him so that we move the country forward. All of us should know the position or the way and manner by which Nigeria stands in the Community of Nations. If we jointly put heads together and ensure that we have a peaceful conduct of this election free of any violence and rancor, I'm telling you, other countries in Africa will emulate Nigeria. And our stand within the Community of Nations will also change. Because as at now, we have bad impression. So we want to prove to the world that Nigeria is not as it used to be. On a daily basis, we are moving forward. Thank you very much. And I pray that all of you will take this message across to our supporters, to our people, so that at the end of it, we will have a peaceful conduct of the election. Thank you so much, and God bless you. Kamar yadda na faɗa da Turanci, a takaice zan yi da Hausa. Ni ne mukaddashin Inspector General da ke kula da shiyar Arewa maso yammaci ta Najeriya. Kuma na zo nan ne domin nuna biyayya ga magana da shugaban ƙasarmu Muhammadu Buhari ya faɗa, da yadda yi wa duniya da Najeriya da Afirka alkawarin cewa insha Allah shi kan ya san lokacinsa ya zo ƙarshe, kuma ya yi alkawari da cewa ba zai miƙa mulki ga wani wanda ba 'yan Najeriya ne suka karba ba. Ya yi alkawarin cewa zai yi gaskiya, zai rike amanar da 'yan Najeriya suke. A saboda haka ya ce duk wanda 'yan Najeriya suka zaɓa shi ɗin nan in aka tabbatar da shi ne wanda aka zaɓe shi, to insha Allah shi zai miƙa wa mulkin ragaman mulkin ƙasar nan. Domin me? Domin a zauna lafiya mu ci gaba. Dalilin shi ne ƙasa ba yadda za a yi ta ci gaba idan babu zaman lafiya. So saboda haka kuma kula da cewar Najeriya ƙasa ce wadda a duniya ma daban take, ana ganin ta daban take. A Afirka Najeriya ake kallo, kuma sauran ƙasashe ma na duniya suna kallon cewa in yau Najeriya ta yi zaɓenta cikin lafiya da lumana ba tare da wani tashin hankali ba, ba ma Najeriya ba ko Afirka, wasu ƙasashen ma na duniya za su yi koyi da abin da muka yi. Kuma a koda yaushe dukkan ɗan ƙasa na gari abin da yake so shi ne yau a ce ƙasarsa ita ake gani da mutunci da karama a idanun duniya. Saboda me? Saboda kuwa wannan ne shi kansa inspector general, shugaban rundunar 'yan sanda na ƙasa, ya ce mana mu masu kula da shiyoyi guda 6 na ƙasar nan akan mu zagaya mu yi wa mutanenmu magana, mu ja musu kunne da gargaɗi akan cewa a zauna lafiya. Zama lafiya shine abin da zai kawo mana ci gaba a rayuwarmu da kuma ƙasarmu, wanda a yau da gobe za mu yi alfahari da ita. Domin me? Ba mu da wata ƙasa da za mu kira ta mu a duniyar nan ban da Najeriya. So saboda haka shin za mu lalata ƙasarmu ne ko za mu so mu ci gaba? Na tabbatar dukkan mu anan muna so ne mu ci gaba, kuma mu ga cewar ba ma a nan ƙasar mun ci gaba ba, a idan duniya ma duk inda aka ga ɗan Najeriya za a girmama shi, za a yi masa ladabi. To zuwa nan ba wai na zo ne akan kawai na yi wa 'yan sanda magana ba, a'a, sarakuna, malamai, da 'yan siyasa, shugabannin ƙungiyoyi da suke taimakawa, da kuma masu sa idanu, dukkaninmu da 'yan jarida muna da ruwa da tsaki domin tabbatar da wanzuwar zaman lafiya a ƙasar nan, kuma domin tabbatar da cewar zaben nan an yi shi lafiya, an kuma gama shi lafiya ba tare da tsangwama ba. A nan rundunar 'yan sanda da sauran jami'an tsaro a shirye muke domin mu tabbatar cewa duk wani mai neman tashin hankali da kawo husuma a lokacin zaɓe, a shirye muke da mu tabbatar mun dakile shi. Dokokin Najeriya suna nan, ba canza su aka yi ba, kuma I don't know what to say da unambiguous irin dokokin Najeriya, wato a bayyane suke cewar duk wanda ya laifi akwai hukuncin da aka tanadar mishi. Kuma kamar yadda na ce, mu nan jami'an tsaro ba mu da wata jam'iyya banda federal government ta Najeriya. Ku 'yan siyasa namu ne, amma ba mu san kowanne daga cikin ku ba mu da jam'iyya. Duk kuma wanda iya ta aura to baba ne, wanda duka. Saboda haka idan aka zo aka yi zaɓe, duk wanda Allah ya bawa wannan mukami, to wallahi shi za mu biyayya, mu mubaya'a gare shi. Domin ko addinin musulunci an ce Allah ya umarce mu da mu yi wa annabi biyayya mu kuma yi wa shugabanni biyayya. To saboda haka me zai sa mu tayar da hankulanmu bayan mun san cewa dukkaninmu mun fito daga shiya ɗaya daga jiha ɗaya, watakila ma 'yan uwan juna ne, ra'ayi ne kawai ya bambanta na siyasa, shi yasa wannan yake a wannan bangare wannan yake a wannan bangare. To mu sani da cewa yaranmu su ne waɗanda ake amfani da su wajen tada tarzoma. To bayan jami'an tsaro sun tabbatar da cewa sun ba da agaji wajen wanzar da zaman lafiya, da kuma 'yan siyasa dole ne ku magana wa 'yan jam'iyyarku, musamman yaranmu da ake amfani da su wajen kawo tashin hankali. Muna roƙon iyayen gida, iyayenmu, shugabanni, sarakuna da kuma shugabannin siyasa akan cewa su yi amfani da ragowar lokacin da muke da shi wajen yi wa malamanmu da limamanmu na musulunci da kuma na kiristoci magana, domin me, domin su ma suna da magoya baya, domin su ja kunnen jama'a akan zaman lafiya. In ba a samu zaman lafiya ba, babu yadda za a yi ci gaba. Kuma shin za mu so mu yi abin da gobe za mu zo muna da na sani ne? To a saboda haka ne muke roƙonku da ku ba jami'an tsaro haɗin kai domin a yi lafiya a zauna lafiya. Mun san jihar Zamfara da zama lafiya. Kada mu yadda wani bambanci na ra'ayi na siyasa ya sa mu kasance mun zama maƙiyan juna daga nan har zuwa wani lokaci. Saboda haka ne da wannan takaitaccen bayani nake roƙonku da cewa wa Allah da wannan a ba da haɗin kai a tafi a zauna lafiya, kuma a guji yaɗa jita-jita. A guji yaɗa jita-jita. Jita-jitan nan ita take haifar da illa a ƙasar nan. Musamman in kuka duba, in aka dubi rikicin da ya faru kwanaki, NSAS ya faru ne akan wallahi magana ƙarya. Magana ce ta ƙarya da bata faru ba, labarin ƙanzon kurege kawai shi ya kawo wannan. A rasa dukiyoyi, a rasa rayuka da dama a ƙasar nan, wadda har yanzu za ku ga cewa wasu abubuwan ma har yau ba a gyara su. Kuma yau wa zai so ya ga cewar abubuwan da duk aka lalata na ɗan taƙaitaccen lokaci za a shekara da shekaru, kai da ni da kowa da kowa ana tatsan mu muna biyan haraji, amma duk da haka bai isa gyara abin da aka lalata ba. Kowa ya sani sai kai shekara da shekaru kana yin gini, amma rushewarsa ba sakan kaɗan za ka yi ɗan takaitaccen lokaci an gama rusa shi. Kuma saboda ganin cewa wannan lokaci shi shugaban ƙasa Muhammadu Buhari da shugaban 'yan sanda da sauran shugabannin security agencies na Najeriya ana so a tabbatar da cewa gaskiya da riƙon amana da kuma zama lafiya shi ya kamata. Babu wani ɗan ƙungiya da ke sa uniform in banda waɗannan jami'an tsaro da kuka gani da DSS da suke sa farin kaya. Babu wani jami'i na wata ƙungiya da zai kasance ya taimaka wajen yin wannan zaɓe ba ma buƙatar taimakonsu a wannan lokaci. Domin waɗannan da kuke gani a uniform su ne waɗanda ƙwarewarsu wajen training da sauransu ta sa mu ba mu da wata siyasa, kuma ba ma alakanta kanmu da kowace siyasa. Amma duk wanda 'yan Najeriya suka zaɓa shi ne shugaba, shi kuma za mu yi wa baya mu ba shi dukkanin tsaron da ya kamata domin ya tafiya da harkar aikinsa a lokacin da constitution na Najeriya ya ba shi abin. So don Allah da wannan takaitaccen bayani nake ƙara roƙonku ku koma ku yi wa mutanenku da magoya bayanku magana domin a zauna lafiya, so that gobe za mu kalli junanmu duk da bambancin siyasa mu ga cewar mun sumbaci juna a matsayin ɗan uwa, waɗanda kuma abin da muka sa a zuciyoyinmu shine ci gaban ƙasarmu da jiharmu da local government ɗinmu baki ɗaya. Salamu alaikum.
On behalf of civil society organization, welcome you to Gusau, Zamfara State, you and your team. For us, my name is Musa Omar Aboki from Voluntary Aid Initiative, and we are part of the election observers under the election eyewitness movement. You made mention to fake news, of which this is a very, very great priority area our organization will be working with. We are ready to counter any fake news with regards to the general election, both the presidential, National Assembly, gubernatorial, and so on. Then the second one, we met with the INEC commissioner today, and he has also gave us the same messages you gave us in terms of the security personnel that would man the 2023 general election. Now our question here is, do we have availability of personnel that will manage all the polling units we have in Zamfara State, both within the metropolitan and other part of the state? I wish you all the best, and may we have a successful 2023 general election. Thank you very much.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. My name is Yusuf Idris Gusau. I'm the Publicity Secretary of the All Progressives Congress, Zamfara State Chapter. First of all, I'd like to welcome the DIG, Hafiz Muhammad Inwa, to Zamfara State. Mine is not a question, but rather to comment your words of encouragement. You have spoken the minds of many political parties here. What we want is the protections of life and properties, and also to ensure the conduct of free, fair, credible, and acceptable elections in Zamfara State. And from my party level, we are assured to support the security agencies and also to ensure that we don't record any crisis that will breach the peace of our dear state. And your words is quite encouraging, and you have shown that you are a professional police officer trained from the grassroots level up to the level of the DIG. So we are convinced and we are determined to work with you, and we are ever ready to support the conduct of free, fair, and credible election in the state. So thank you very much. You are most welcome.
Shirin Idris Ibrahim, ADP, Zamfara State, kuma IPAC, Zamfara State Chairman. Mai girma DIG ya welcome, muna maka barka zuwa gaba ɗaya ciyawamin da anan wani. Saboda gaskiya yanayin bayananka mun ji daɗin su, kuma muna gode ma Allah da ya kawo muna irin ka a wannan jiha ta mai albarka. Muna da sanin duk abubuwan da ke faruwa a matsayinmu na uwayen jam'iyyu a wannan jiha. Kuma wancan CP da ya wuce mun yi zama da shi ya nuna mana abun da a daidai, kuma mun bi wannan abun da ya gaya muna, kuma alhamdulillah mun yi nasara. Saboda ya nuna mana duk wanda zai fita kamfen ya yi kokari ya haddasar da wasu 'yan sandan cikin jam'iyya tai, wanda yan wani abu zai faru a ɗauki hoto saboda ku samu sauƙin kama wanda yake da laifi. Kuma alhamdulillah wannan abu ya yi tasiri. Muna maka barka da zuwa, wannan bayanan da kai shi ne ake cewa in kunne ya jiya jiki ya tsira, saboda duk wanda an nan wurin yana wakiltar wani wuri ne, kuma idan aka ce wakili duk abin da ka ji a wurin magabata sun faɗi, especially security, kake amfani da shi duk abin da ya zo ba gare ka kai ka so. Insha Allah da a matsayin na chairman na IFAC zai yi iya kokari na in sanar dukkan ciyamoma waɗanda wasu jiha ga abin da ka zo da shi na alheri, abin da ka zo da shi ne alheri na ai zaɓe lafiya kai lafiya. Allah ka baka nasara da ilhama da kuma tabbatar da wannan ra'ayin da ka zo da shi. Allah ka taimake mu ya taimaka al'ummar Zamfara baki da. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Permit me to stand on the existing protocol. First, I would like to welcome the DING. My name is Jibril Mohammed Alhanji from Zamfara State Coalition of NGOs. I would like to commend the DING for its message from Mr. President. Mine is a question. The 2023 federal election. What strategy is the security agents putting up for adequate security in hard-to-reach areas? And that is to protect the voters and the INEC ad hoc. We don't pay for. In case of any attack, may we know if tracking devices are available? Thank you.
Okay, that is all.
Let me start with the first question from Musa Yu Aboki, who talked about our readiness, who talked about their determination to counter any fake news. You see, right from here, it showed that we have started achieving the desired result.
Yes.
The effort, when we say you are all stakeholders, every one of you have a responsibility to himself, his immediate environment, to the community, local government, state, and the nation at large, even to humanity. You see, this is one of the things that we want to achieve. How do we partner together to achieve the desired peace? Somebody from within our midst is telling us that their own NGO is ready to assist not only the law enforcement, but to assist humanity in tracking and getting these people. So thank you. Then he asked similar question. The question you asked is akin to the last one asked by Jibril Mohammed. So his own is a little bit somehow different. You talk about manpower to cover the fall. You see, we all know that we cannot get everything by ourselves. The array of security agencies here will show you that the police, in spite of the fact that we are the leading internal security agency, we cannot have it alone. The number of citizens or indigenes of Zamfara have outnumbered the number of policemen in the command. So therefore, all these security agencies you are seeing, we have the same role to play, same purpose, geared towards achieving same goal, which is the peace of this, peace and development of this country. And that is why all of us resolve that we are not competing with one another. We are partners in progress. And that is why each and every security agency here, including the military, whom I believe they are not here now, but all of them are going to contribute manpower to ensure the safety and security of each and every one of you here in the state. That is why we are saying that we are going to ensure that we provide adequate security and manpower that will cover all the posts. I hope I have answered this question. And I appreciate the publicity secretary's comment also. And I want to assure you that we will continue to do our very best. For Bashir Ibrahim, who equally commended the efforts of our security agencies, and myself in particular, we thank you and appreciate you all. For Jibril Mohammed, you see, you ask of the strategy that we put in place. This is something that cannot be divulged for public consumption. Our strategy, we know our strategy. And it is that strategy that we feel will be adequate enough to provide the enabling environment that you needed to go and cast your vote. Yes. And it is the security we are going to provide does not only cover those who are going to cast their votes. We know, like the civil society organizations, NGOs, observers, the journalists, we have responsibility to them. We have to safeguard their movements, their lives, and their property. Inshallah, together we are going to, cooperate, partner together with a view to ensure that we provide the enabling environment. It is not always true that it is only the security agencies that will assist in providing security. No. It is only here in Nigeria and in Africa that we don't know. Even though some of our Latin people, they know, there is what is called civic responsibilities. That civic responsibilities is to tell you that you owe it a duty to play your role as a true patriot to advance the cause of your country. What is it? You see anything injurious along the road, you remove it for other people. You see anybody having accident, you don't just look at him and go. No, he needs your assistance. Assist in taking him to hospital or her to hospital. Or you see a woman who is on labor. Probably the husband doesn't have mobility. You saw her in a terrible condition. Assist, take her to hospital. Failure to do that is an offense, so whether we like it or not. But it is only here that we just don't take things serious. I'm telling you, you go to other countries. In fact, if you are sitting down, you see an elderly person, you stand up for the elderly person to sit down. Or you are sitting down, you see a woman or a child, you stand up, you give them place. So that is part of social, civic responsibilities. So I want to assure you that we are going to do all our best, including you people, in spite of the fact that you fall within the political class or religious leaders or civil society organizations. Of course, we will collaborate together to make sure that this country is at peace. Before I finish my statement, let me sincerely I sincerely appreciate all of you, the journalists, the political, all the stakeholders. Please, I thank all of you for coming. Thank you very much.
General elections. May Allah continue to guide you and protect you, sir, and take you to wherever you are going safely and go back to your destination safely. Thank you very much, sir. At this point, with your permission, I would like to invite the Deputy Commissioner of Police in charge of operations, DCP Elias Korbe, to offer a vote of thanks.
Yaji, sir, I want to beg to stand on well-established protocol. On behalf of Zamfara State Police Command, I want to say a very big thank you, number one, to our Royal Father, President Ruler, who has been here for long. Thank you very much, sir, for coming. I also want to look at the other security agencies who have been here also for long. Thank you very much for the patience. I also want to look at the NGOs, civil organizations. Thank you very much for finding it very important to be here with us, to listen to what our DIG told you. I also want to look at political parties. Thank you also for sparing a good time to be here with us, to listen to what the DIG brought. He has emphasized that definitely the head of state has made it abundantly clear that you want to leave a lasting legacy by ensuring that the election is free, fair, and credible. We have had so many meetings with security agents, the police, and other security agents. We have discussed. All hands are going to be on deck to ensure that we provide an enabling environment so that everybody can go and cast his or her vote. Please, I wish you Thank you very much.